So, judges, grand jury members rather, you stayed all day, you watched every presentation. I cannot thank you enough. This is a tremendous amount of work to be fair to the companies and to watch every presentation, and your dedication to doing that for 2 days does not go unnoticed by myself or I'm sure the companies. So now you've seen, I think, 5, 10, 15, 21, plus these 6, 27 presentations today of awesome products. What in your mind stands out? What 2 or 3 can't you stop thinking about? Anybody? Which 2 or 3 are still on your mind?
Volta?
I guess even before we get there, it'd be nice if they talked about their valuations and the rounds that they're raising, because I'm waiting for the price.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a lot of stuff I like, but I'd like to get a price.
Yeah,
before,
we'll start. Well, tomorrow I'll tell everybody it's mandatory that they say what valuation they currently have for the company. Is it a securities law violation?
Yeah, they can't publicly announce a fundraiser.
Oh, this is the public. You're right. The SEC.
I won't say
Right.
anything if you want.
All right. Okay. The SEC is not watching, right?
So, Jason.
Okay. Anyway, which
But
3?
what happened? I fell in love with a company today, and then I found out their valuation is like 9 figures. And that's
Literally?
yeah.
Wow. Ouch.
Okay, so we've seen 2.0 companies and 1.0 companies
Yeah.
that have been kind of mixed together.
Yep.
On the 2.0 companies, Careers 2.0, the Stack Overflow company, there's no doubt that they're going to make money. I would invest in them immediately, pending knowing the valuation. But there's no doubt that company is going to make money.
Right.
The second place for me, 2.0 company, was Hipmunk.
Sure.
Again, it's pretty clear that that's a successful company, and they're going to do very well. So I would put them in second place for 2.0.
Okay. And 1.0?
On the 1.0 companies, DAR FM,
Yeah.
Michael Robertson's company, I would invest in that in a second. He's a superstar entrepreneur, pretty safe bet. Music is going to be revolutionized again, and I think they have a shot at doing it. Second place, Hive Trader. I think that's a sleeper. There's a lot there, and we saw what Mint.com did. I think Hive Trader can do it again. I was an early investor in Silicon Investor in 1.0, and they built communities around stocks, and people contributed their intelligence around certain stocks and built communities around them. I think Hive Trader could do the same thing, so
Awesome.
I think that could be a pretty significant company. Third place for me was Shoot.
Awesome.
Shoot looked pretty good too.
Just from the last voting on the CIMEX platform, Shoot was the winner of the last segment, $405. Volta not right behind it, but a second place at $215, and top 10 at $170, DAR FM at $85, and Domo at $75. Not sure that's exactly how the judges saw it, but that's how the CIMEX voters saw it. Who else? Who else had 2 or 3 that really stood out that they loved? Shervin?
I mean, on 1.0, obviously, Green Goose, I thought was awesome. Zep was also awesome. It's kind of interesting. They were kind of
The golf
both in the
swinging
same
technology.
area.
They call it Golf Sense was the name of the product?
And being able to do that for other things, but I guess Green Goose kind of takes care of that. And then Hive Trader I was also excited about. And then obviously I'm already in Cabana and can't vote
Cabana's
on
awesome.
that, but I think they're going to be huge. And on 2.0, Hipmunk, absolutely, it's a
Great.
winner.
Jay, what were your favorites?
If I had to pick ones to write checks to, Hive Trader also is one we've been looking at. We like. We think.
Who was the first one you said?
Hive Trader.
Hive Trader?
Hive Trader. Yep. Volta. There's an obvious revenue model there.
Yeah.
I think there's some open questions that were raised. Green Goose, obviously.
Yeah.
And I think Shoot can be interesting depending on where they go with it. So those would be the 4. On the 2.0 ones, we're in Jibe, so obviously that was the best.
Yeah.
But I thought Stack Overflow was pretty interesting, the way
Yep.
they were going with it.
Very innovative. Yeah.
And Hipmunk is a great site and probably will continue to grow.
Awesome. Ryan, you watched all these presentations diligently, took a bunch of notes. What did you love?
I really love Top 10, even though in the whole, feature product company, I felt like it was a feature. I'd actually like to see a network of sites like Top 10. I feel like that's like the next Iconaz cheeseburger. It could be, because Top 10 itself just doesn't quite seem enough. But I think they've got something there. Shoot, I found really interesting. On the 2.0 side, Disconnect. I think that was really underrated. I think that for me, personal data, privacy, that's the new malware of this next era. I mean, we're beyond the point of viruses. The new viruses are your information leaking out of your browser and you don't even know it.
Yeah.
So I think that they're really, really important. I was also, you said you wanted all of us to take notes on a few criteria: design, business model, presentation. Domo, here are my notes on Domo. Design out of 10 was boom. Business model was question mark, question mark, question mark. And then presentation was 10 out of 10.
Right. Clear. We have a clear lead for the best presentation of the 1.0 group. Harvey, you've been watching as well. What did you like?
On the 2.0 side, I liked Stack Exchange, the careers product. I think I was kind of hoping that there would be an opportunity to not do a full career, but to do a gig.
Right.
And have a try as you go transition.
More like an Elance kind of project-based.
It would generate more volume. It's what employers want most of all right now, and it might be an easier transition and build up some more social. I also like DocStack. Again, I think they could have used some social. They cannot possibly rate their own documents.
DocStock, yeah.
I'm sorry, yeah, DocStack. So that needs to have a rating system attached to it, so people know that it's real.
Right.
On the 1.0 side, I liked DAR. Very low risk, just very low risk, easy. Maybe not a home run, but definitely on base. Just no real risks there. And there's a lot they can. The fact that TiVo went before shows us the usage pattern, and it reduces all of that risk.
Right.
We know exactly how people are going to use it. They're going to drag a favorites net through the ocean, and they're going to call in and watch the last week's worth of whatever is good and pitch the rest. So we know all of that now. That one's easy. And I liked Adroid. Again, for me, I think that's very low risk. I don't have to worry about, I know the Volt product has a fantastic upside on the business model, but there's a lot of middleware to work out, and I just don't know how to do that.
Bill, what were your thoughts? What did you like today?
Well, going back to the early part of the day, Kibana, I really like that because I really would like to make apps myself. I can't do it. And the question is, and I've been in high tech since like 1980, and so the question I have is, you've always been promised these things. You can drag and drop, and you can create, something. And then it's always been this thing like, well, but there's that one little issue, and then you're in trouble. So I'm hoping it's true, and I can use it because I'd love to use it. I also look at these things. Frankly, my approach is I just invest in things that I like, and I hope. So Green Goose, I invested in that the first minute I saw it, and because it's like hardware sensors. These things, it's got a 45-cent microprocessor in it. I'm a hardware guy, so right away, and it's amazing. There's so much more you haven't even heard, some of the other companies. My iPad turned off now, but the travel thing. To me, that makes so much sense. The question I have is whether Kayak could then just say, yeah, that makes so much sense. Let's have that version of, we'll help people not have the pain too. But I think that really makes a lot of sense. The Golf Sense thing I thought was really interesting. I really wonder whether they could actually sense to that level. So that's one of the things that I really want to know is, are you actually getting that signal, or is this computer graphics? But if they actually are able to get a signal like that, that's pretty interesting for all kinds of reasons. Baseball, anything. My God,
Sure.
And I'd just like to make an overall comment, if I could.
Sure.
And this is on the issue of herding cats. And like, how do you herd cats? Well, it's supposed to be pretty hard. Well, you've managed to do it with a room full of them
Right.
here. And I've determined that the answer is you give them wired internet,
Right.
room for their laptop, a comfortable seat, feed them occasionally, and voila.
It
Actually,
works.
like, you can get the cats to stay in one place.
Yeah. We figured out how to make Wi-Fi work. You run it over Ethernet cables. It seems to work better. Yes.
Yeah, good
Hey,
job.
Jason.
Yes.
Bill Lee, sitting next to me here, just told me the valuation for Careers 2.0.
Yes.
I almost had a heart attack.
Yes.
No way will I write a check at that valuation. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
So I revised my remarks. And one other thing,
Yep.
on the Launchpad companies, the 6 companies that came
Yep.
up, I supported 2 of them. Gamers Portal is one that I supported, and I didn't comment when they presented, but let me just say that I was involved with Sean Fanning when he did Rupture, which was a social portal for gamers. And we learned a lot. And one of the things that was learned was that gamers have different personas in the game world than they do in the Facebook world. So they don't go together. And
Right.
there is room for a social network for gamers that is completely separate from Facebook. So I think that's going to be big.
Awesome. Let's thank the grand jury for all the effort they're putting in today and also tomorrow. The second half of the grand jury is going to be on stage tomorrow for the same sort of format. Your feedback means a lot to us, so if you have feedback on how today's event went, just email team@launch.is. You'll get the entire team. I thank you for your time. And now, because we're so broke and we can't buy dinner for everybody, I would like everybody to look to their left for a moment. And, well, not if everybody looks, it's not going to work. But anyway, look to your left or your right and say hello to the person next to you and say, "What are you doing for dinner?" And I'm absolutely certain there's no serial killers in the room. There's some really interesting people. Go to dinner with each other. Tweet with the #L11 hashtag where you're going to dinner and how many open seats you have. Get on Twitter right now. We're going to do a social experiment. #L11. That's our hashtag. Go have dinner with some interesting people and talk about the products that you're going to put on stage next year. Tomorrow, please come early. Get in here at 8 o'clock. Startup mentoring starts at 7:30 for those people who want to do startup mentoring. And we have very good companies early on. The second day, we have always a little bit of attrition. Please come early so we can get those companies the attention they deserve. And thank you for your attention today. We'll see you tomorrow.